1, action.
Hi, I'm Kathleen Van Ray, and I'm describing the empirical rule. The empirical rule helps us understand how standard deviations measure variability. Now, this only works if our model is unimodal and symmetrical. Unimodal meaning one hump, and symmetrical meaning it can be bisected and be essentially the same on both sides. Okay, the empirical rule states that approximately 68% of observations are found within the first standard deviation. Okay? Now, the rule also states that approximately 95% of the observations are found within the second standard deviation. Now, nearly all the rest, so nearly all observations are found within the third standard deviation, but we're going to go ahead and state that as 99.79%. Okay? And I'm going to go ahead and illustrate the empirical rule here using this model. This model is based on prime statistics per thousand. The mean is 2,400, and the standard deviation is 400. Now remember, when we're referring to the standard deviations, this is the standard deviation of the mean, and the mean in this model is 2,400. Now the standard deviation moving up is 400, so you have 2,800, and then you have 3,200, and then on this side you have 2,000, and then you have 1,600. You take it out to here, you can put it as 1,200, 3,600. Okay, so now to find our first standard deviation. Now the first standard deviation is +1 or -1. So this whole section here is considered the first standard deviation. Thus it has the 68% of our observations within this area. And you can see that it makes sense because this is the highest part of our model, and it's in the center, symmetrically catching all the observations in between there. Now if we go out to our second deviation, which is here, and you can see now why the second deviation is at 95%, because it includes everything in here, including the first standard deviation. And it is on the positive and the negative side. So now we come up to the third standard deviation, where nearly all of our observations are going to be included in this number. Now we say nearly all, or 99.79%, and that's because there may be some outlying data that doesn't fall within the normal part of the model. So basically that is the empirical rule. Thank you.